Hey everybody out there, it's Alabama Deep coming back at you. So today's watch we're working on, I am bringing out that ladies Rolex that I first started work on in the beginning of this. I'm getting around to it. I've been working on a lot of theirs recently. This came from a subscriber. I've had several of his watches already and done some repairs on them. Most of them were analog as it's were, aka they're battery operated quartz watches, in other words. I've had a couple mechanicals that's been turned over that I'm to do next, and I'm going to go ahead and try my luck at this one tonight. And I want to do a little bit of deep conversating with some members and subscribers on my channel, and I had talked to the subscriber's son, Mr. Big M, and had a pretty personal conversation with him. It's kind of dragging over with me tonight, and I'm going to be asking you a little bit about what I should do with my own personal life, without getting too far in depth about it. But first, anyway, I wanted to see if I could give a shot at getting this Rolex to run without necessarily having to do a full breakdown service, although I do think that is exactly where this watch is heading. It has never been serviced. It wants to run, but it just doesn't. So I thought I would take a gander at this and give it a shot and see what we can come up with. And given that I know how the power of YouTube create, I'm thinking I can do a little bit of something with this, and maybe some light editing involved in between, as it were. But let me come in here and let me just see if I can do something with this. Like I was talking to Big M over the phone earlier, I'm kind of in emotional struggle on what I should do with a certain situation. And I'm not quite sure what I want to do or how I want to handle that, or anything else. So I haven't really even wanted to touch a watch because of the mood that I'm in. But maybe this will help me bounce out of it a little bit. We'll see. So I guess Alabama Deep here, he's kind of teetering on the edge of depression and acceptance of a certain situation and what I need to do to resolve that situation. And a lot of it involves the passing of my grandmother. She passed away some years ago, and I've never fully been able to even grieve her passing because of a certain situation that's growing into a giant mountain after being a molehill for so long. It's growing into something much bigger, and I'm not really sure how I need to handle it, but I know the situation itself does need to be handled. I'm just not sure which way I want to go about it, but I suppose I'll figure that out as I go through life, as with everything else, just like everyone else does. But big shout out to Big M for helping me out there with that. Being there just to talk to him, even though he himself was having a crisis of his own at the time. Alright, so here we are now. We're looking at this beauty, and I'm wondering what in tarnation is going on with it. It is running, but it's not running. And I think I figured out why it's not even running. What the actual hell? If it turns out to be that easy, well, I guess not. I thought it was actually because it was binding, but it's not binding at all. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and start working on this baby. We're going to take it apart. Let me see what I can do. It may not even be on there very tight. It it's not, maybe I'll pop it open. There we go. Not being super tight helps. We're looking at it. Of course, it is a genuine Rolex. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Ouch! Oh, I suppose no one can really see what's going on with it. Hang on, let me plug in my phone. It's very low on battery. I thought I already had it plugged in. There we go. Ouch. That really wants to go too. So I gotta figure out what's going on with it in there. I see it wants to go, you know, and it really does want to go. Seems like that there's some issues going on with some lubrication on here. I'm going to try to lube it up and try to break it free from its slumber that it's in, and I think I might be able to do that. It looks like it's definitely going to be an issue problem with the there we go. Let me see if I can give it a little bit more lubrication. Alright, let me see what that does. See how it's going? Look at that. So yeah, I think it's definitely going to be something to do with lubrication, especially on this one end. I think maybe just from the years of it not being serviced, I think that has really done something to it. And this particular subscriber, he just wants me to get it going. If I don't have to break it down all the way, definitely do not break it down all the way, just enough to get it going. So I'm going to try to do that. Now, I know I had in the past very briefly looked at this, and I was trying to figure out what all I needed to do on it, and I think I do know. And so I'm going to come in here, and I hope you wish I could see a little bit better. Maybe I should, I don't know what I should do. I'm really thinking maybe I should put the video camera at a different angle, like have it on the opposite side or something. But I really don't want to do this on camera. That's how I can mess something up. Go ahead and let me get that jewel out of there. I got the Okay, everything looks fine there. If y'all haven't seen this jewel, I'm going to try to show you what it looks like without fucking anything up too bad. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm actually monetized now, so I'm probably not supposed to do that. Let's see if I can do this without screwing anything up too bad. See how small that jewel is? See, compared to that, that's so small. We don't want to ruin that now, do we? That would be a horrible twist of fate. So we're going to be real careful with that. Then I'm going to come in here. See that? Uh-oh, look, I don't like this. Oh, Lord. See that? Let's just hope that's from that jewel being up, and let's hope that's not a broken pivot on this balance. That very well could be what it is. But hope not. We hope not. We're going to try that it's not, and put it back together, and we hope it's going to be happily there after. La-da-da-da. But let's just see about that, shall we? Okay, so I do have this. I do see that. I want to put a little bit of oil on there. I really think that would help a lot on this movement. So I know what I'm going to do. Got this small little piece here. It does need to be done. So I am, yikes, as it grips to every little freaking thing I have on me. Good old Rodico. It does want to cling to every little thing. I'm going to take just a little bit of this. I'm going to dump it into my little bubble maker here, and I'm going to see what I can do just to get that taken care of. So let me go ahead and let me do that. I got my big bottle. Oh, whoosh! That is definitely rubbing alcohol. And I think the best thing I can do with this is I'm just going to submerge it. So I got some rubbing alcohol put in here, and I'm just going to submerge this jewel, and I'm going to let it penetrate and let it start working, and then we're going to come back to it after it's had a chance to sit and do some things. So I'm going to bring this on over. I'm going to try my best to grab my tweezers so it's going to fly. That's not good. Yeesh. Okay, well, I'm just gonna let that sit up just a little bit, and then we're gonna come right back to it. I think it's very interesting how it was just sticking to everything. Actually, the Rodico, everything's sticking to each other tonight. I don't understand that, but okay, it is what it is. I'm gonna come in here. I know I'm probably not supposed to do it this way, but I am. I'm gonna come in here and I'm just gonna touch this. And I'm just gonna kind of let it do its thing. I'm gonna see what it does. I know it kind of sort of wants to go. I mean, it really does. I find it very interesting. It is wanting to go. So maybe we can get everything lined up just right. Maybe we can. And if it does turn out it's going to be a balance issue, we'll just have to replace the balance wheel on it. But I do notice that it does want to go. It's not fully all the way there. So I find that very interesting. We're sitting at 17 minutes. I got a little ways to go. So I've done that. Let me see if I can go ahead and get this back out of here. Very interesting. I have a lot of junk that just came off of that jewel. I find that very interesting. It should not have been like that, but it turns out it is. So you see this balance jewel? It's so small. The damn thing just went for a flying leap. Okay, I found it. But this is why when it comes to a Rolex watch, I don't like doing these as far as restorations all the way. I don't like doing them on YouTube simply because parts get lost just like that. So I need to be very careful. I have it turned over. I feel it needs just a little bit of oil added to the inside of that jewel. So I'm going to add a little bit of oil to the inside of that jewel. But I'm going to reiterate, I do not like doing this on YouTube. There, I got some oil on the inside of it. All I gotta do is flip, reinstall, and then hinge it back shut. And that means I have lubricated one side of the balance wheel. And I'll have to take it out of the case and redo the other side. So I'm very easily gonna turn this over. Now it's back in. And now I've got to close that back up. But okay, taking a moment to stop, and I'm not chastising anybody by any stretch of the imagination, but I do want to say that if you're one of the viewers out there and subscribers out there that you sent your watch to me and you don't immediately see your watch after several videos. Do not become alarmed. I just haven't gotten around to your watch yet. It takes time. There's so many I've got to do. A lot of subscribers are sending their watches in, and I'm doing what I can as I can when I go, and parts being ordered and trying to fix other ones in between. And some people saying they didn't see their watch on the video. It's been other people's watches on the videos. Yes, there's a reason for all that. It's one, some of the subscribers that have sent their watch to me, it was a quick fix, and I fixed it quickly and sent it back to them. At other times, Alabama Deep needed the money, so Alabama Deep did the watch ahead of yours, so I could go ahead and get paid for it because Alabama Deep needs to live. Other times, your part hasn't come in, or simply there's so many ahead of you. It could be a lot of different things. Like I got one subscriber, I got to mail his Starbucks back to him ASAP. I'll do that when I get paid. It wasn't able to do it this paycheck, but I do need to get his Starbucks back to him. And his movement and his watch, I've got to do it on the Crunchy Explorer. I got that movement in. That movement sucked. So it's like the second time I've almost lost a movement. But the clones I've been getting in have been really horrible. So we got another movement coming in. After I bitched and complained at the person that sold it to me. So I was very lucky to be able to get that back in a hurry. Well, I wouldn't say a hurry because it's not even here yet, but that was a really sucky couple of movements. I've been having really bad luck on movements lately, and I think it started with a curse on my tutor. So, come here. Damn it, Timmy. Let's see what I can do. That's probably not even. Yeah, it's still in the camera. It is in. I think I need to go ahead and get the other side of this balance. That may liven this up. Very well could be. I'm going to get out another toothpick, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to lubricate this one side up, and then we're moving over to the other side. And if it still doesn't work, oh boy, it's going to need a full strip down, and that's going to suck. Okay, so both are back in. Agreed? Agreed. So, I just want to see if it's going to work. It's probably not going to. The chances of it lining right up are next to nil. Well, give it a shot. Okay, now let me have a look. Is it a broken balance? No, I don't think it's a broken balance. Okay, so we're going to flip it over and we're going to go for the other side. That's what we're going to have to do. So before I do, let me do a little bit of livening up. Like I said, it wants to run. I bet you it's that other side of that balance. I would say this all needs to be stripped down, except for everything else is on this seems to be working just fine. So maybe if I just give it a little bit of light greasing here and there, that shouldn't hurt too much. So I'll just give it a little bit of Alright. Alright, let me see what else is going on here. I do see some things on the escape wheel that could probably help me with the jewels. So I got one tooth. Let me see if I can do a little bit of blow on it. So every so tooth, I'm going to lightly cover with a little bit of oil on the escape wheel. I think if I do that, that can help me lubricate the stones on there. So I am going to see if there is a jewel I can get a hold of in here. There's that. Alright, so that means we're going to have to get on the other side now. And if that doesn't free it up from the other side, then it's just time for hole strip out. I see the little things right there, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a break. Because last time I was at 17 minutes, this is now at 10 minutes, so that means I need to go ahead and take a break. I got to get my wife's foot anyway. I've got to work tomorrow, but we're going to try to do what we can on this little sucker tonight. Go ahead and try to lubricate the other side. But right now we're going to upload this. I'm going to go ahead and take a break. Editing all this together. I might throw in some music during this. I mean, you never know. And then it'll be up. In the meantime, until we come back to go to the other side of this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this back on just to keep some dust out. So guys and gals, we'll be right back with part 2 of the Ladies Datejust.